The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. The Pittsburgh Pirates are doing their best to show that Humpty Dumpty can be put back together again. Once big leaders in the National League East, they fell apart. They got as far as 5 games back of the Philadelphia Phillies and now have charged back to 2, including a big win last night against the San Diego Padres. In the first, Dave Parker, his 20th of the year, a solo shot, 1-0 Pirates. In the fourth, Bill Robinson singled home Parker to make it 2-0. Then John Milner with a ground ball to score a run to make it 3-0 after 3.5. San Diego chipped away. Bob Ochinko, maybe one of the least luckiest pitchers of all time, singled home Thomas to make it 3-1 Pittsburgh, and in the 8th, Broderick Perkins with the fielder's choice to make it 3-2, but Kent Tekove goes 2 innings for the save, his 19th. Jim Rooker wins his 9th, and Bob Ochinko, my goodness, he goes almost 8 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, and drops to 3-14. The Pirates and the Padres on a Friday afternoon in hot, muggy Vermont. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978. Today from Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego on this 26th day of July, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres. Presented by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. It's Bruce Keeson, Sweetie, versus Gaylord Perry next. And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ron Junkett. We welcome you to our first regular season game here from the Murph, where the Padres are 51-49 and the Pirates are 54-40. Gaylord Perry hopes to spit his way through a beautiful Wednesday night, looking for his 9th win of the year. The Padres aren't completely out of it in the National League West. There's a lot of ifs here. The Dodgers continue to play less than .500 ball, and no one else can kind of pick up the pace. 10 games is not that much to make up over the last 60. It would be a stretch, but it can be done. Just ask the 1978 Yankees. Now for Pittsburgh, they go with Bruce Keeson today. He is trying to get the Pittsburgh Pirates back into gunning behind the Philadelphia Phillies for the National League East crown. Pittsburgh is definitely not out of it. It's a 2-team race the rest of the way. This is game number 95 for Pittsburgh. They have 66 left after today, give or take. I did not look up to see if they played 162 or not. Weather not a factor. Beautiful 75 degrees in San Diego. The wind's blowing from right to left at 7, and it's clear as a bell. The Chamber of Commerce called and said, "Let's play some baseball, shall we?" And we shall, as Gaylord Perry starts to take his warm-up tosses. He is 8-7 on the year with a 3.42 ERA. This is his 22nd start. He's got 15 left. He is the National League Cy Young Award winner in real life. Guess what he's not going to be this year? The National League Cy Young Award winner. But he has pitched well. This is his 3rd start against the Pirates, but he hasn't beaten them. 2 starts, 13 innings, 17 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned. He's walked 8 and struck out 9. But that's right, Lorenzo. You can ask about the 51 Dodgers, but you're not still bitter about that. He is 0-2 against the Pirates with an ERA of 6.23. His last start out was against the Cubs on July 21st. He got no decision that night, or that game. 7 innings against the Cubs, 9 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. So he features the spitter, and his fastball's at 82. And if you're wondering what a spitter is, what the hell are you watching this ring for? No, I'm just kidding. It gives the ball a bunch of extra movement. And so in 150 innings, 153 hits, He's allowed 12 homers, 65 runs, 57 earned. He's walked 43 and struck out 96. And here's the lineup he will face. One of the rare times that I'm actually not managing the Pirates. Frank Tavares will lead off at short. Omar Moreno will play center field and bat second. Dave Parker, the Cobra, in right will hit third. Bill Robinson cleans up in left. John Milner at first. They're not running Willie Stargell out there against Perry. He'll bat fifth. Rennie Sinnett will bat second, or bat sixth rather, and play second. Ed Ott behind the plate will bat seventh. Phil Garner will hit eighth and play third, and Bruce Keeson, or Sweetie, will pitch and bat ninth. Defensively for San Diego, Gene Richards is in left. Your guess is as good as mine what his defense is. Dave Winfield, or Whitfield, as we've been told, a 7 and 9 in center, and Oscar Gamble, the Fro, is out. He's a 6 and a 9 in right. Tucker Ashford is a 3 at third. Ozzie Smith, not quite the Wizard, a 9 at short. I guess he's kind of like Harry Potter. Freddy Gonzalez is a 5 at second, and Broderick Perkins a 6 at first. Steve Swisher's behind, or Sweet rather, don't know his last name or first name, is catching, and he's an 8. Actually, I don't know what he is. Let's take a look. It's Rick Sweet, and he's a 6. And Gene Richards is a 6 in left field. Do I know his arm? A 6 in left, and his arm is a 7. So there you have it. Tavares at 260, no homers and 31 RBI. They're playing for the bunt. Perry loads up on one, and this one starts with a lace in the center field, and Winfield will pick it up. So a single for Tavares, and that starts off the ball game. Moreno at 258, 5 homers, 31 RBI, and 43 stolen bases. Throw to first, Tavares is back. Tavares has 30 steals on the year. Pitch to Moreno. Little number down to Perkins. He'll take it to the bag himself, 1 out, and Tavares moves up to second. Brings up Dave Parker, who's having just a magnificent year. You would think, and we've had this discussion before, whether it's the most outstanding player or the most valuable player. But Parker hitting .360, 20 homers, and 69 RBI. 1 out, runner on second. No baseball tomorrow. Pitch to Parker. Here's a liner in the right center field. Gamble will pick it up. Tavares will hold it third. That's a surprise. And that'll bring up Bill Robinson. Danger, danger, Bill Robinson. At 264 homers and 48 RBI. And sitting on a 7-game hitting streak. Pitch from Perry. That's a base hit into right field. Tavares will score. Parker scampers to third. Perry's only retired 1 man, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. And so Lorenzo, in the mansion that he has in Fresno with his box of raisins, has got to be loving this. 1-0 Pirates. Here's Milner. John at 251, 3 homers and 27 RBI. Pitch to John is a ground ball to Perry. Throws it over to Perkins. Parker will hold, and there's 2 out. Brings up Stinnett. Rennie hasn't had a great year. 219, 4 homers and 32 RBI. So runners on second and third. Parker and Robinson in scoring position. And Perry just kind of loading up. Oh, you know what? They've actually changed the screen here, so I can actually see what you guys write. Where's the chicken? Oh, that's right. We're in San Diego. How you doing? Andrew Rothman always sends me the most lovely pictures and songs. And today he sent me Muhammad Ali singing Stand By Me. And wouldn't you know it, I'm still not a poet. Pitch to Stinnett is a base hit left center field. Parker scores. Robinson scores. That was a late jump by Richards in the left center field, and Sinet's on with a double. And Lorenzo continues to do his happy dance as 3-0 Pirates. Brings up Ed Ott. Ed at 319. 4 homers and 24 RBI. And Sinet on second. Here's the pitch. Line drive, foul, right field. Somebody from Chula Vista made that catch. And the count is 0-2. So Perry, as we said in the open, won the Cy Young in 78. Not going to do it in this replay. Unless he closes really strong. The 0-2 to Ott. Ball 4. So his whip in this game so far is 7.5. Even Devo would be impressed with that. Here's Garner. Phil at 279. 4 homers and 34 RBI. Perry delivers, and there's a fly ball right center field. Gamble moves over to make the catch, and that will retire the side. Not before the Pirates put a 3 spot on the board. With 4 hits and no errors, they leave 2 on, and after a half an inning, Bruce Keeson has been spotted a 3-run lead. And so your friend and my friend Sweetie, only making his second start of the year, 19th appearance, he is 5-3 with a save and an ERA of 1.89. His lone start came against the Padres, and I think a game that we did. He went overall, he's gone 8 innings. This is his 4th appearance and second start. 11 hits, 4 runs all there, and he walked 2 and struck out 7. He has beaten the Padres twice, and I'm looking to see when he pitched against San Diego. Oh, we did do that game, and he was done after 4 innings. How the hell are you going to win? I must have done it in relief. Anywho, he went 2/3 of an innings his last time out against the Dodgers and struck out a batter. Did not get a decision. So 33 1/3 innings. He's a record. Right round, like a record baby. Round, 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 round. I've been waiting a while to use that one. 28 hits, no homers. 11 runs, 7 earned. He has walked 14 and struck out 22. And his ERA, as I said, is 1.89. A fastball pitcher at 91. And a ground ball plus pitcher. The lineup for San Diego. Gene Richards, the All-Star, will lead off in left field. Ozzie Smith will bat second and play short. Broderick Perkins, no relation to Jack or Marlin, will play first and bat third. Dave Winfield cleans up in center field. Oscar Gamble will play right and bat fifth. Tucker Ashford, the third baseman, bats sixth. Freddie Gonzalez is at second. He'll bat seventh. Sweet behind the plate will go eighth, and Gaylord Perry, who threw 28 pitches in the first, will bat ninth. Defensively for the Pirates, Bill Robinson is in left. Omar Moreno a 7 and a 6 in center. Dave Parker a 10 and a 10 in right. Press box here kind of angled towards right center. Kind of a mismatch between here and the football one, but this place is not showing any signs of the San Diego Chargers. Phil Garner a 5 at third. Frank Tavares is a 6 at short. Rennie Stinnett is a 6 at second. John Milner a 4 at first. If the Pirates have an Achilles heel, it is their defense. Ed Ott, can't tell you what he is off the top of my head defensively. Bruce Keeson is a 7 on the mound with a fielding percentage of 1,000. Gene Richards at 349, 2 homers and 38 RBI. Pitch to Richards is a ball 4. Ott's a 5 and a 3, and Robinson is a 6 and a 4. So Richards with 27 steals. Here's Ozzie at 281, 1 homer and 33 RBI. That was a full count pitch. That was high. Smith is going to drop one, but the throw to first, Richards is back. How you doing, Tribe fan? Happy Friday to you. This your Friday, or you got to work this weekend? Pitch to Smith, ball 4. So Keeson has walked both the batters. And that brings up Broderick Perkins at 254. No homers and 5 RBI. The pitch, and there's a ground ball right to Keeson. Over to Stinnett for 1. To Milner possibly for 2. Yes, it is. 1-4-3 on the double play. And Richards moves to third. For Dave Winfield at 294. 5 homers and 63 RBI. We got in the conversation the last time we had the Padres on whether he was Whitfield. And it shows here in the stat box that he has a 22% chance thereabouts of striking out. Keeson from the stretch. Ground ball to Milner. Takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Padres don't get a hit. They get 2 walks and leave a runner on following the double play. After 1, Pittsburgh 3, San Diego nothing. So it brings up Keeson, who's 2 for 7 on a year, but his hits are a double and a triple. He has scored twice and driven in a run. Ugh. That's a terrible situation going on right now. 6 hours tomorrow. Hopefully you're having a good weekend out of town. And hopefully things stay peaceful where you are. Pitch from Parry. Struck him out. Keeson swung on and missed a 2-2 junk ball for the first out. So Parry, 33 pitches through 9 batters in an inning and a third, 4 hits, a walk and a strikeout. Tavares, by the way, singled and scored his first time up. 3-0 Pittsburgh, top the second, 1 out. Base hit left center field. Tavares has gone in for 2, and he's in there. Oh, downtown Cleveland, okay. Yeah, I really hope things stay peaceful for you. So here's Moreno, who's 0 for 1. Let's see if Moreno tries to drop one here. Tavares on second, 1 out. Pitch from Parry. Moreno into right center field. That's a base hit. Tavares was off like a shot, and it's 4-0 Pittsburgh. So Moreno on first, and here's Parker. He singled and scored in the first. Throw to first. Moreno back. Lorenzo must have fallen asleep. 4-0 Pirates here in the second. Here's the pitch. There goes Moreno. The throw down to Ozzie. Not in time, and that's 44 for Moreno on the replay. So Pittsburgh kind of cooking with gas right now. Pitch to Parker. To second. Gonzalez over to Perkins for the out. And Moreno goes to third. So 2 out for Robinson, who singled, drove in a run, and scored. What did you see yesterday? How did I unsettle you now? I keep my pants on for all the replays. Pitch to Robinson. Ground ball to Gonzalez. Over to Perkins for the out. And that will retire the side. But the Pirates get another run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. 4-0 Pittsburgh. So that brings up Gamble. Oh, is that ever an airbrushed San Diego thing? Oh my God, is that terrible. They somehow got the pinstripes out of that. But that San Diego hat on Gamble looks like something that came out of a coloring book. 271, 3 homers, 3 triples, and 37 RBI. Yeah, Jamie, you gotta love the old Topps airbrush jobs. No wonder why they gave the contract to 3 different things. Companies. Gamble, base hit up the middle. Brings up Tucker Ashford. 181, 2 homers, and 10 RBI. I'm waiting to see what Lorenzo responds. By the way, we're taping Digital or Dice either today or tomorrow. And the subject this week, Dave Gardner. He interviewed me a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to interview him. Also, we're going to do a show on games you've given a second chance to. So I doubt this will be on. This certainly won't be on YouTube by the time that we tape that. But if you're in the chat, what's a game that you gave a second chance to, that you either loved when you played it again, or didn't like it the second time around? Pitch to Ashford. Ground ball to Sinet. Flips it to Tavares for a 1. Over to Milner. Ashford not blessed with speed. And he is out. They got it. A 4-6-3 double play. So Fernando Gonzalez at 248. Home run and 19 RBI. OOTP. That's a good one. So 2 out. Keeson cruising along after the double play. Gonzalez up the middle into left center field. Moreno will pick it off. Up. And that's the second hit for the Padres. Gonzalez will hold. For Rick Sweet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's about me. And I'll read that in a second. Sweet at 181. And remember, love is like oxygen. You just can't get enough of it. No homers and 11 RBI. Pitch to Sweet is into left field. Robinson comes way in, but it's foul. And somebody from Oceanside made that play. The count is 0-2 to Sweet. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit right field. Drops right in front of Parker. Gonzalez will go to third. Don't know what Lorenzo has said yet, but the Padres are threatening. Well, it is Gaylord Perry. Gaylord at 4 for 48 on the year. That's 083 with 2 RBI and 2 doubles. All right. Oh, so somebody watched the wrestling video. I saw one Ron Juckett, this is Lorenzo, filled with false bravado and trying to show off in grandstand for his YouTube audience to sucker punch the formidable ABC banner. I'll show you the ABC banner. It's now pinned behind me. Not since Russian wrestler Alexander Carling was tossing opponents around like ragdolls have I seen such a one-sided contest. It ended quickly with Juckett on his back. It's true. This is what I wanted Dave support chats. Tapping out and squealing for his wife to save him. It gave the new meaning to the term ignominious defeat, or the agony of defeat. Choose your heroes wisely. Sometimes they disappoint. By the way, while I'm on camera, somebody, and I won't mention who they are, sent me a message on YouTube saying not to upload a certain Mario Mendoza game. There were threats implied with that. I wonder who that was. Yeah, here come the fathers indeed. So Perry at the plate. Pitch to Gaylord. Runners on first and third. Milner to plate him. So it hit off the glove of Milner. No, he kicked it. He thought he was playing for a certain Russian soccer team, and he kicked it with his foot. And so Perry reaches on the air, and that will bring home Gonzalez. So Gene Richards, who walked, is up now with runners on first and second and 2 out here in the second. Keeson through 9 batters and ending in 2/3, 37 pitches. 3 hits, he's walked 2, and hasn't struck out anybody. And that run is unearned. Keeson's delivery, ball 4, and the Padres have him loaded for Ozzie Smith, who also walked his first time up. So they're loaded. Perry on second, Sweet on third, and Richards on first. Amish Elvis, how are you this afternoon? And good afternoon to you too. You are, by the way, follower 110 here on Twitch. Pitch to the Wizard. ground ball to Stinnett. He goes to first. Milner on the bag, and that will retire the side. The Padres leave him loaded. Just kind of like you would if you were in Tijuana. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. After 2, it's Pittsburgh 4, San Diego 1. John Milner, Renee Stinnett, and Ed Ott to face Perry here in the 3rd. And since it's a National League game, we don't need to do a reset here. The Dodgers by 5.5 over Cincinnati. Lorenzo trying to find my fingernails to bite him. Although Tommy's 18 and 12 in 1-run games, they're not good in extra inning affairs. They're 2 and 5. Reds have won 4 straight. They're 5.5 back. The Padres are 10 back, just in case you're wondering. Remember, though, they do play the Cubs, the Dodgers. In the East, the Pirates have cut the Phillies' margin back down to 2 games. In the West, Kansas City by 1.5 games over Texas. Still 5 teams within 6 games of first place, although the White Sox are starting to slide back a bit. And the Yankees, now with their new manager Bob Lemon, have a 1-game lead over Milwaukee, 3 over Baltimore, and the Red Sox are moving to Washington. So Milner's 0 for 1. Pitch from Perry. Here's a ground ball to Gonzalez by the bag over to Perkins for the Red Sox fan. Oh, we got an injury here. And Milner rolled an ankle coming out of the box. I got a movie commercial. So Milner's going to have to come out. Here's Stinnett. Had a 2-run double in the 1st. Al's listening from the home bunker. Al, by the way, created the Massachusetts Whalers. And they play for Action PC Football, all Massachusetts players except for the punter. And they hung on and did very well, but did not beat the 72 Dolphins. Pitch to Stinnett is a little number down to Gonzalez in front of the bag over to first. And that's an out. Yep, the Reds, we will all avoid the Bucky Dent moment. Thankfully. In our universe, it just didn't happen. Of course, the Red Sox pooping the bed did happen. So here's Ott. Ed walked his first time up. 2 out, top the 3rd, 4-1 Pittsburgh. In the center, Winfield moves over and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Somebody by the name of Stargell is in at first base. He's a 6. Wonder who he is. Anyway, he'll hit 5th. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. About to take a drink, Lorenzo. 4-1 Pittsburgh. So Broderick Perkins, Dave Winfield, and Oscar Gamble here in the 3rd to face Keeson. Perkins is 0 for 1. Broderick down to first. Stargell gets an easy chance, takes it in the bag himself, 1 out. Brings up Dave Winfield. Dave is 0 for 1. I did, but I thought, because you never accused me of being nice, that I would be nice to you and warn you. Pitch to Winfield is a base hit up the middle. Moreno picks it up, and that's the 4th hit for the Padres. Brings up Gamble, who singled up his first time. 4 runs, 6 hits, an error for Pittsburgh. They've left 3 on. San Diego, a run on 4 hits and no errors, and they've left 4 on. Throw to first, Winfield back. Now the pitch to Gamble. In the right, Parker in the corner, and somebody from Tijuana who's eating barbecued iguana makes the catch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Gamble. And there's a ground ball to short. Tavares is to Stinnett for 1 over to Stargell, and that got away. So Gamble will reach. He stays on first. They get the fielder's choice 6-4, but the throw was low, and you can't assume the double play, so I guess you can't charge an error. It's not showing me an error, so He beat out the throw. So 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Tucker Ashford is 0 for 1. 2 out, runner on first is Gamble. Ashford, ground ball to Stargell. And that will be the 3rd out. Jamie tells me that he didn't advance, so there's no error. Perfect. Awesome. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 4th, 4-1 Pittsburgh. Sometimes you just don't see things often enough to know them off the top of your head. Phil Garner is 0 for 1. Bruce Keeson and Tavares to follow here in the 4th. This ballpark is playing big. The wind's blowing out to right center at 12, and it's 72 degrees here in San Diego. Lefties a -8 in batting average. Righties will hit average. But home runs, you're not going to see a lot here. -56 for the lefties and -34 for the righties. Garner's 0 for 1. Popped up left side. Ashford and Smith converge, and Ashford was solid as a rock as he makes the catch. 1 out for Keeson, who struck out his first time up. Perry, ground ball to second. Gonzalez over to Perkins for the out, 2 away. Tavares has singled and doubled and scored twice. So through 18 batters for Perry, 3 2/3 innings, 67 pitches, 6 hits, 4 earned runs. They're all earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 1. Jamie says, speaking of parks, hard to find a good image of Fenway from the 80s. Yeah, it is. Or Dodger Stadium before they put the ads on the wall, for that matter. Yep. I have the drawings of some, but you're right. The old dot matrix board at Fenway. Pitch to Tavares, who's 2 for 2. He's now 3 for 3 as he drops that one in front of Oscar Gamble. So the 7th hit for Pittsburgh. That brings up Moreno, who is 1 for 2. Has singled, stole his 44th base, and drove in a run. Throw to first, Tavares is back. Parry, there goes Frank. Throw down to second. Smith with the tag, and they got him. Ho, ho, ho. So sweet was sweet. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and the thrown out trying to steal, or the caught stealing, ends the inning after 3.5. Pittsburgh 4, San Diego 1. Ah, I'm being muted. I'm curious what voice interaction you're using, because I haven't said the magic word. Unless you're using Siri. Fernando Gonzalez is 1 for 1. He singled and scored the lone Padre run in the 2nd. Keeson's pitch. There's a long drive to the wall and left. Robinson got a late jump, and Gonzalez is in with a double. Brings up Rick Sweet. Singled his first time up. 4-1 Pittsburgh, bottom of the 4th. There's a little looper right side and out of play. Got to come up with something else, huh? Somebody from Old Town, San Diego, made that catch. So the count is 0-2 to Sweet. Keeson from the stretch. In the left field, Robinson in the left center. He'll make the grab. Gonzalez will hold, and there's 1 out. For Perry, Pirates are playing for the bunt. Stargell and Garner come in. Perry will bunt. It is down. Keeson picks it up, flips it to net covering, and the sacrifice works. So a 2-out bunt. Goes 1-4 on the card. And that brings up Gene Richards, who's walked twice. Pitch to Gene. There's a base hit left center field. Gonzalez scores. Richards is on with a single, and it's 4-2 Pittsburgh. for Ozzie. Smith walked and is 0 for 1. 2 out. Not a pitcher's duel here at all. Throw to first, Richards back. Smith, slow roller to third, and Garner won't even make a throw. He just picks it up. And the Padres have the tying run on for Broderick Perkins, who is 0 for 2. I wonder if Lorenzo's still muting me. Should this be the time I tell you my Eve name? Pitch to Perkins is a ground ball to second, deep in the hole behind the bag, throws to Stargell, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. We played 4, Pittsburgh 4, San Diego 2. So Moreno, who was at the plate when Tavares was thrown out trying to steal, Parker and Robinson to follow. Moreno is 1 for 2 with an RBI and a stolen base. He's driven in now 32 runs and stolen 44. Perry delivers, and there's a drag bunt. Sweet picks it up. Gonzalez covers the bag, and he's out. It was a good drag bunt, but it just wasn't far enough. And there's 1 out for the Cobra, who's 1 for 2. Popped up, Sweet, to the screen, out of play. So 0-2 the count to Parker. Here's the pitch. Into left center field, Winfield will make the grab. 2 away for Bill Robinson. Bill has singled, scored, and drove in his 49th of the year. Game 95 for Pittsburgh, and game 101 for San Diego. And there's a line drive to right field. Gamble's there, and that will retire the side. Halfway home on a Friday afternoon, live on Twitch. Pittsburgh 4, San Diego 2. We'll be back after the break. So if you joined us late, here's how we got to 4-2. Bill Robinson with a single to score Tavares in the first. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Then Rennie Sinet doubled home 2 to make it 3-0 off of Gaylord Perry in the first. In the second, Omar Moreno singled home Frank Tavares to make it 4-0 Pittsburgh. Then back in the Padres, Gaylord Perry reached on an error, 4-1. John Milner got hurt in the third. Then Gene Richards singled home Gonzalez to make it 4-2. So neither pitcher is throwing a gem. Perry 7 hits through 5, and Keeson 7 hits through 4. And that's how we got to where we are. Dave Winfield is 1 for 2. Has himself a single. Struck him out. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Oscar Gamble at the plate, 1 for 2. So a couple things I want to mention here. I think we're going to, instead of doing a football game, I'm going to do that Sunday night. Because my YouTube subscribers, as of right now, is sitting at 666. So I've got a devilish number. So what more can I do? But play a New Jersey Devils game. We'll do that tonight at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. A random New Jersey Devils game to celebrate my 666 subs. And then Sunday night, we'll start making up some of these Patreon things. We're going to replay Now, I don't know if Lorenzo's back or not, but he'll like what I'm going to pick here. It's the Redskins and the Raiders from Tampa in Super Bowl 17. So we'll do that. Gamble, as I said, 1 for 2. And there's a ground ball base hit up the middle. And that's the 8th hit for the Padres. Brings up Ashford, who's 0 for 2. Tucker. Runner on first. Can't bunt. And Ott goes out to talk with Keeson. Keeson's pitch struck him out. Ah, you were renewing my sub. All right, so you get to see your Raiders on Sunday night at 4 Pacific. 4 Pacific. And 7 Eastern. But tonight, to celebrate my devilish sub number, it's the Devils. Some hockey on the channel. Here's Fernando Gonzalez. He is 2 for 2. Freddie has singled and doubled and scored twice. Pitch to Gamble. There's Gonzalez to short. Tavares is only play as to Stargell, and that will be an out. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. San Diego strands a man. They've left 8 on through 5. Pittsburgh 4, San Diego 2. So that brings up Willie Stargell. And I think for Willie, this is his first at-bat. At .299, 9 homers, and 39 RBIs. We start the 6th. Perry won't go the distance in this one, but will eat up some more innings. Pitch to Stargell, right back to short. Ozzie, long throw over because they had to come in for it. And Willie is safe. That was a bang-banger, and Ozzie does have wheels. I'm sorry. Was a slow roller, and Stargell beat it out. That's what I should say. You know, there are times... Stinnett, by the way, is 1 for 2. He's got a 2-run double. There are times where it feels like that I'm just a speak and say, and I pulled the wrong string. Got him! An 0-2 on the outside corner, and that brings up Ed Ott, who was 0 for 1 with a walk. Perry here in the top of the 6th, trailing 4-2. Went 21-6 on the real year, and right now he's on the verge of going 8-8 on the replay. Ott up the middle. Gonzalez only plays to first. Perkins on the bag. Stargell moves to second. Ott is retired, 2 out. For Gardner, who's 0 for 2. On top of my other monitor screen, where I see if I'm streaming and how long I've been streaming for and all this, you know, who's here and all that, I get a cumulative view count. And right now it says 2,416. Okay? That's not how many people are here, but that's last 100 days or whatever. The other day, I come on to do a stream, and that number up on that upper right there, which I'm not going to show you, just one of those kind of ran in a nice string. It said 2345. And I didn't want to go on because that was kind of a cool number to have, 2345. But right now it says 2416. So thank you all so much. Garner's 0 for 2. Stargell on second. And Perry got him to chase an 0-2 on the inside corner. And so Keeson's day is done. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-2 Pittsburgh. Eddie Whitson making his 23rd appearance. 1-2 with 2 saves and a 3.55 ERA. Against the Padres, this is his 4th appearance. So 1-inning job. He's due to lead off the 7th. Lost my train of thought here. 2 innings, a strikeout, and 1 save. Because that's what he did last night. He just went 1 inning and retired all 3 batters he faced, I think. Anyway, 33 innings, 34 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, 4 homers. He's walked 16 and struck out 23. Fastball pitcher, throws it hard at 96, and is a ground ball pitcher. He'll face Rick Sweet, Gaylord Perry, And Gene Richards here in the bottom of the sixth. Sweet is 1 for 2. And this time around, he grounds one to short. Tavares deep in the hole, over to Stargell, 1 out. So here's Parry. Gaylord is 0 for 1 with a sac bunt. And no, you can't spit on the bat. It won't do you any good. Struck him out. Whitson got him on an 0-2 cutter at 95, just below the belt. And somewhere in Panama, a kid by the name of Rivera is watching this going, I could do something with that pitch. Richards is 1 for 1. He is singled and walked twice and drove in his 39th of the year. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and Whitson gets him to swing and miss on an off-speed pitch for strike 3. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 7th. It's Pittsburgh 4, San Diego 2. I'll read you the numbers for Whitson. I doubt he stays in the game. He's 0 for 3. He's struck out 3 times on the year. He's going to stay in the game and take his 4th strikeout. Check swing on an 0-2, and he wipes off his face because Perry loaded that one up like he was painting one of those French girls on the Titanic. Here's Tavares. Frank is 3 for 3. He has singled twice and doubled and scored twice. So through 27 batters, Perry, 6 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs all earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 4. Tavares slaps that one into center field. He's going for 2. The throw to Smith, no. So Tavares has a double. And Moreno is 1 for 3. He is singled, drove in a run, stole a base. Ground ball to Ozzie. Tavares to third. The throw to first, and Moreno beat it out. That was kind of an excuse me swing. There was a lot of English on that. And not even the great Ozzie Smith could make that throw. And so runners on the corners for Parker, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. And it's in the dirt. Gets away from Sweet. Tavares will score. Moreno moves up 90 on the pass ball. And it's 5-2 Pittsburgh. Pitch to Parker. Base hit up the middle. Moreno will hold at third. And there's 1 out. San Diego will play for 2. Robinson 1 for 3. Bill is singled, scored, and drove in a run, number 49. Sweet and Parry converge the pitch to Robinson. Base hit left field. Richards will pick it up. Moreno scores, and that'll do it. Parry's coming out. It's 6-2 Pittsburgh. We got a pitching change. Mickey Lolich, by the way, pitched in the game yesterday. And John Desquito comes in to hurl. So Desquito, making his 27th appearance of the year, has won his last 3 decisions. So he's 4-4 with 7 saves. And an ERA of 2.34. 3rd appearance against the Pirates. This will be his longest. He's only thrown 1 inning, walked 1, and struck out 1. But it earned him a save on the 16th of July. His last time out was the 21st of July. So 5 days ago against the Cubs, he went inning and 2/3. He walked 1 and struck out 2. He is a hard thrower, 98 on the fastball, and is a ground ball pitcher. 34 2/3 innings, 30 hits. 11 runs, 9 earned, no homers. He walked 17 and has struck out 39. And is on the wrong end of a 6-2 lead. Pitch to Stargell, who singled his first time up into right. Gamble is there. Parker will tag and hold, and there's 2 out. So Stinnett, 1 for 3 with a double. Drove in 2. So hockey tonight. The New Jersey Devils celebrate my 666 subs on YouTube. And there's a ground ball to Freddie over to Ozzie covering the bag, and that will retire the side. Stretch time. Pittsburgh 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors at 6-2. That brings up Ozzie Smith, who's 1 for 2. Whitson coming on to pitch his second inning. He struck out 2 in the 6th. And Ozzie to short. Tavares over to Stargell, and he's now 1 for 3. Brings up Broderick Perkins, who's 0 for 3, with a grounding into a double play. Pitch from Whitson. Again to short. Tavares backhands it over to Stargell. 2 out, second, first, same as the first. And that brings up Winfield. It was 1 for 3. He is singled and struck out. Ground ball to Tavares. I've heard this before, over to Stargell. Put the needle on the record, it's stuck. We've played 7. No runs, no hits, no errors. Pittsburgh 6, San Diego 2. Ed Ott was 0 for 2 with the walk. Garner and Whitson spot as we start the 8th. Mosquito. Problem. Oh, someone's mowing the lawn. I can smell grass. Let's see what they do here. 0 for 2 with the walk is Ott. Gets away from Sweet. Throws down to Perkins. Strike 3. And it's an out. So 2-3 on the K. That brings up Garner, who's 0 for 3. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend here in Burlington. 75 tomorrow. By the way, 68 degrees here at the Murph. Wind's blowing out to 12, at center to 12. Pitch to Garner. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. Gonzalez dove but could not reach it. That's the 13th hit for the Pirates. See what they do with Whitson. He struck out his first time up. He'll stay in the ball game. He'll swing. Ozzie over to first. They gotta hurry. No! That just kind of hit a weird bounce. It must have hit the mound because Whitson isn't blessed with great speed as a pitcher. Ozzie with a good throw, but not even he could get that. And so here brings up Tavares, who was 4 for 4. He is single twice and double twice. And this time round to Perkins. He takes it to the bag himself for the out. Garner and Whitson move up. Runners in scoring position now with second and third. And that brings up Moreno, who's 2 for 4. And if Moreno should reach, Dave Parker on deck. Moreno stole a base, scored, and drove in a run. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And now they got no place to put Dave Parker, who has 1 grand slam on the year. He's 2 for 4. And we'll tell you after the game, the rest of the day in baseball. We'll tell you what we're doing Sunday. Lorenzo, are you listening? We're going to change some times around for streams. Okay. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Sunday and Monday. 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific for baseball, Sunday and Monday. Tuesday through Friday, the normal noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Parker's 2 for 4. Runners go. Mosquito struck him out. Oh, what a big out. Not sure if it's going to matter in the grand scheme of things, but wowzers. So he strikes out. Parker swinging with the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Pittsburgh 6, San Diego 2. So here's Gamble. 2 for 3. Has singled twice. Pitch, ball 4. So Gamble's on for Tucker Ashford, who's 0 for 3. We must have better people on the bench. Oh, we do. Billy Allman. Oh, do we sin? Now do we do it? Who can hit a righty? No one really can. And so we'll let Ashford hit. Woodson and Ott trying to get on the same page. They change the signs. Ashford, line drive, foul. First base side. And is that Richard Nixon? No. Wearing an I Love Yorba Linda t-shirt, the former president. I'm amazed at that. So the count is full, 3-2. Pitch to Ashford. Ball 4. So the Padres got something cooking here. For Fernando Gonzalez, who was singled and doubled and scored twice. 6-2 Pittsburgh, nobody out, bottom of the 8th. Whitson delivers, and there's a base hit left center field. Gamble will hold at third, and the Padres have the tying run up, and now they will pinch hit for Rick Sweet. And Dodger fans are just kind of beside themselves. Who can hit a righty? So Jerry Turner will come in to pinch hit. Jerry at .321. 2 homers and 13 RBI. 6-2 Pittsburgh, bottom of the 8th, nobody out, but the Padres have the tying run at the plate. Pitch to Whitson, there's a ground ball, foul, first base side, and the count moves to 2-2. So Jerry Turner, oh no, Sunday I gotta do it, instead of doing a football game. I'll figure that one out. Pitch to Turner. Ball 4. So Turner draws the bases loaded walk, and Chuck Tanner's not messing around. Kent DeColby coming in. And another pinch hitter for the Padres, because Desquito won't hit. DeColby making his 45th appearance of the year. He's 4-3 with 19 saves, and this is now a save chance. He's got an ERA of 2.5. This is his 8th appearance against the Padres. He's thrown 9 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 3, and has made 5 saves against San Diego, including one last night, his longest appearance of the year, tied for it, with 2 innings, 2 hits, a run it was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. So 54 innings, 54 hits. He's not allowed a home run yet. 20 runs in total, 15 earned. 23 walks, 23 strikeouts. Fastball, ground ball, plus pitcher at 88. And now you look to the bench and you say, Darryl Thomas is at 192, a homer and 23 RBI. Nobody out, bases loaded, 6-3 Pittsburgh. And yep, this one's getting interesting. Here's the pitch. Thomas, ground ball to Colby to throw home. Ashford is retired. So right back to Colby. Hello, look what I found, Moto, and it goes 1-2 on the putout. 1 out for Gene Richards, who has walked twice, struck out and singled. He's 1 for 2. So to Colby, trying to get back-to-back 6-out saves. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Garners, to net for 1. Over to Stargell. Do they turn it? Gonzalez crosses the plate. They do! They go around the horn, and Pittsburgh gets out of it. Wow, Tovey thanks his lucky stars as he heads back to the dugout. 5, 4, 3. How about that? We go to the 9th, 6-3 Pittsburgh. So Tennis comes in, he'll bat 8th. Righty, lefty, righty. Raleigh Fingers will come in, he'll bat 9th. Raleigh, another one of those tops air jobs, is 4-1 with 20 saves. But right now, he's here as a presumptive fireman, making his 44th appearance. Against the Pirates, this is his 4th appearance. 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits. He's walked 1 and struck out 3. He last went 2 innings on the 22nd against the Cubs. I'm assuming that was here in San Diego. 2 innings, 2 hits, and a strikeout. So overall, 61 1/3 innings, 43 hits, just the 1 homer allowed, 9 runs, 7 earned. He throws the fastball at 88, a ground ball plus pitcher. He has walked 13 and struck out 47. And note the ERA, 1.03. He'll face Robinson, Stargell, and Stinnett. Only 96 in Fresno. You can make a whole bunch of raisins doing that. Robinson has singled twice. He's 2 for 4. He's driven in 2 and scored a run. Into left, Richards, foul. Someone from Riverside made that play. Bill Robinson, 2 for 4. Oh, it's a 2-2 count on Robinson. Pay attention, Ron. Struck him out. Fingers got him on a 2-2 at 89. And that brings up Stargell, who's 1 for 2. Raleigh's given name is Roland. And as Vin Scully would say, Roland Fingers about to pitch to Wilver Stargell. Into right, Gamble way in the corner, makes the catch, 2 out. So for Stinnett, with a 2-run double, that came in the first. He's 1 for 4 with a strikeout and has now driven in 34. Lorenzo spent a lot of his childhood on a ranch where Thompson's raisins were grown. Is that what the, not Sunsweet, Sunmaid? Is that where they grew those? Sunmaid's was pretty much the big brand here in the East, anyway. Or did Thompson's make the raisins that went in Kellogg's Raisin brand? Pitch to Stinnett is a right back to Fingers. Over to Perkins, and that will retire the side. Did I tell you that Tennis was a 5 and a 6 behind the plate? I did now. Anywho, it won't matter. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Pittsburgh 6, San Diego 3. So Ozzie Smith, Perkins maybe, and Winfield, with Gamble, if anybody should reach. Tovey looking to get 6 outs. He's gotten 3. Ozzie 1 for 3 with a walk. Oh, Sunmaid is one that used the ring. Yep. So I've eaten the product. Tovey only threw 7 pitches to get out of it, and that double play was huge. Pitch to Ozzie. Ground ball to third. Garner, long throw across the way to Stargell. 1 out. Broderick Perkins is 0 for 4. Grounded into a double play. There may not be a baseball game Sunday. I've got a double header, and I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to do that. That might be one of those morning jobbies. It's a good one. I know it's going to be Cincinnati, Philadelphia. Pitch to Perkins is a ground ball to third. Garner over to Stargell. Second verse, same as the verse, 2 out, and Tekulve is 1 batter away of getting the 6-out save. Here's Winfield. He's 1 for 4 with a strikeout. The one hit was a single. Popped up. That should be the ball game. Moreno and the Pirates hang on. San Diego made it interesting, but the Pirates hang on to win 6-3. And so, Dodger fans, you get one there. Bruce Keeson gets the win, 6-3 on the year now. 5 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Walked 3 and struck out 2 on 103 pitches. Whitson with the hold, and Kent Tekulve with his 20th save. He retired all 5 men he faced. In fact, he got 6 outs on the 5 batters. How about that? Gaylord Perry, not going to win the Cy Young this year. He's 8-8, 12 hits over 6 1/3. All 6 runs were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And Desquito and Fingers did their job out of the pen. 6 runs, 14 hits for Pittsburgh and an error. They go to 55-40. The Padres go to 51-50. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. I'm that button. Hello. And are you ready for the rest of the day? Sure you are. A light day on this Wednesday, so the doubleheader would be my second stream out. So let's do that Tuesday at 11:30 a.m., Lorenzo. 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday, 8:30 Pacific for the doubleheader. But let's play this one out first. The Mets beat the Reds. How about that in 10 innings? Brewhart goes to 2-6. Tomlin 2-2. So the Dodgers get some reprieve. Danny Dreesen 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and a stolen base. St. Louis beat San Francisco 6-2. Thomas with a 1. He goes to 2-1. Halicki with a loss. He goes to 8-4. Mike Ivey 2 for 4 with 2 homers. His 11th of the year. The Dodgers. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Mike Vail with a homer, drove in 2. Won't matter. Dodgers 4, Cubs 3. Bert Hooton with a win. He goes to 15-3. Lynn McLaughlin goes to 3-6. So the Dodgers lead is now 6.5. The Yankees beat Cleveland 6-5. Kemmeyer with the win. He goes to 2-0. Rick Waits takes a loss 7-9. Dwayne Kuiper went 3 for 3. Baltimore 4, Detroit 2. Mike Flanagan gets the win. He goes to 10-11. John Walkenfuss 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, or with a double. Atlanta 4, Philadelphia 2. Pittsburgh is now just 1 game back. Phil Niekro gets the win. He goes to 13-9. Jim Cott takes the loss. The late Biff Pocoroba with his 4th homer of the year. He drove in 2. Minnesota boots 4 balls but beats Toronto 6-3. Dave Goltz, who the Dodgers will overpay for in a couple years, goes to 8-9. Rod Carew 3 for 3 with 2 stolen bases. Kansas City 5, Seattle 3. Steve Mignori gets the win. Enrique Romo the loss. Chicago shuts out Oakland. Wilbur Wood gets the win. He goes to 6-9. Lamar Johnson 3 for 4 with 2 RBI and a double. Montreal 2, Houston 1. Ross Grimsley goes to 13-7. Joe Niekro takes a loss. He goes to 8-6. Ellis, won't you be my Valentine, goes 3 for 4 with a double. California 6, Milwaukee 4-12. LaRoche goes to 9-2. Carney Lansford 3 for 5 with 3 RBI. Dennis Eckersley goes the route, strikes out 10. The Red Sox 6, the Rangers nothing. Woo and who? Doc Mennick takes the loss, and you saw the Pittsburgh score, because we just played it. All right, so next baseball will be Monday night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, and it will be the Red Sox and the Rangers. Oh, sure, because I played every game out in front of you. Absolutely. Red Sox and Rangers, Monday night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. That's the next game on the channel from Thursday, July 27th, 1978. So only 5 games next week, because I'm trying to redo my streaming schedule. In the standings, National League East, Philadelphia's lead over Pittsburgh is 1 game. The Pirates are fighting back. In the West, the Dodgers 62-39, 6.5 over Cincy, 9.5 over Houston. In the American League East, the Yankees lead over Milwaukee's at 2, 3 over Baltimore. In the American League West, Kansas City 2 over California, 2.5 over Texas, 3.5 over Minnesota, and 6 over Chicago. And there you have it. So hockey tonight, the Devils will make me do it. I'm not sure who they're going to play yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, so hockey tonight to celebrate 666. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you tonight. Have a good one. Bye-bye.